Welcome back to the Crunchyroll Anime Awards for 2020. Thank God this year's over. Anywho, we're going to be talking about which shows I think should win for what categories, in my opinion. We'll go off of the selection that they have, and then maybe I'll do a future video where I talk about the entire lineup for 2020 and the shows that I liked for these categories. So, we start off with Anime of the Year. Jujutsu Kaisen is currently still airing into 2021, and I don't think what we've been shown in 2020 warrants it to be Anime of the Year. Operate Ranma was really good. Yeah, it was really good. That's if you haven't seen it, it's basically anime wacky racers. I have not seen Keep Your Hands Off Izuken. I've seen Great Pretender, amazing. Doro Hedoro wasn't really my favorite. Beastars kind of let me down at the end. I would definitely say Great Pretender, a landslide victory in compared to these other titles. Best Protagonist. So we have Natsume from Decadence. We got Yuji Takadori. We got Midori Asuka. I hope I read that right. Asusa. We have Katarina Class. We have Anus Voldigold. And we have Shoujo Hinata. Protagonist wise, I feel like there's only one who deserves to win. What the fuck am I talking about? Win, according to this list, and that's gotta be Hinata. He's been the longest running one, and for an anime about volleyball, he's definitely the deepest character here. Unlike half of these paper thin paperweights. Best antagonist. I wouldn't say Echidna's an antagonist. I would say in this, Overhaul's gotta win. Sukuna's cool, but he hasn't really done anything in the series. So it's gotta be Overhaul in my mind. Best boy. It's Gojo. It's Gojo. Don't these other boys, they're good, but they compared to Gojo, they're not even on the list. There's no point in talking about why these guys deserve it because Gojo's on this list. I said this in my other Crunchyroll predictions video, but Gojo has this line where he says, "Let's toss around rice balls and debate the separation of church and state," and he does that. It's pretty great. Best girl. Out of this list, I would probably. Oh God. I really like Abigail. That's who I would pick. Moving on to best opening sequence. Ooh. I love Daddy Daddy Do. It's on my playlist. I listen to it on repeat. Honestly, that's what I would give it. I just don't think Great Pretender's opening was that recognizable. It was literally, it didn't have words. It was just a beat, which isn't bad, but it definitely pulls it out of best opening sequence. Best ending sequence. Ooh. I definitely like Inspector's Last Dance. It's a great ending. Fantastic ending. Freddie Mercury of A Great Pretender is also pretty good. Doro Hedoro's high energy and good too. I liked BNA's ending. Honestly, I liked its opening a whole lot more. If that was on here, I probably would have voted for that. Uh, Jujutsu Kaisen's Lost in Paradise is kind of a bop though too, where he's like doing his hair and he's like, like that. That's pretty epic. I haven't seen this one. Best Japanese performance. Again, I feel like it's a landslide victory. No one puts as much emphasis and emotion in their voice as Natsuki Subaru. Every episode, he has to hit such a range of emotions, from happy, joyful, to complete utter agony and despair. There's no one who does it Like, there's no one else this season who had to put that much emphasis into every single episode, putting that much work into making each note hit. It doesn't even compare. When we're going to dub voice actors, there is again not a hint in my mind that Laurence doesn't win this. Aaron Phillips does an amazing portrayal of this character. He speaks French in the role. He goes the extra mile. Honestly, the dub is almost better than the sub. They go all out in both, though, and it is impressive. Great Pretender has some of the best voice acting of this entire everything in 2020. Honestly, I highly doubt anything will compare. Best director. Director. Which show was the best director? So directors mainly control the pacing of the show. And again, I feel like it's either mm, from what I heard about Izuken, it might win like the thing, but The Great Pretender is again what I'm gonna go with. Best animation. When it comes to animation, there's a difference in between animation and art style. Art style is basically the color palette and the design you use for your world. Animation is the dynamic movement of your characters. And Keep Your Hands Off Izuken is kind of an ode to animation, but it doesn't showcase the best animation. I feel like that's got to go to the amazing sequences in Jujutsu Kaisen. Great Pretender has an amazing art style, but when it comes to animation, there's not that much dynamic scenes, unlike Jujutsu Kaisen. Fight, I would say Tower of, the God of High School, but I don't think its animation had enough emotional impact in order to raise it to that higher standard. Instead, I feel like Jujutsu Kaisen did a much better job with the runtime that it had in order to convey weight and flow and energy in their animation. So I would say it definitely goes to Jujutsu Kaisen. Best character designs. I would 100% give that to Toilet Bound Hanako-kun. The characters all feel so alive. They're all very cute, but they don't feel cartoony. It creates a nice balance of what's it called? It makes them feel soft and like fluffy without actually making them soft and fluffy. Along with its like unique abstract art style, it makes this show pop and feel alive. Um, BNA by Studio Trigger again always has some amazing character designs, but they kind of recycle character designs almost like hairstyles and stuff from all other characters. Like they've put what's his face? Oh god. They put Kamina from Gurren Lagann, like his same exact design in shows about 50 times. It's like in Kisniver and Promare, like just over and over and over again. So I'm not sure if when it comes to character designs, theirs are quote unquote original. Uh, yeah, oh god, Yasha Hime is an Inuyasha continuation. All the character designs are kind of based off the previous ones, from what I hear. I haven't watched it, but I wouldn't say that its character designs are breaking any ground. Tower of God's character designs look really cool as well. Honestly, it's in my head. It's kind of it's close in between Tower of God and Toilet Bound Hanako-kun. But in my head, I feel like Toilet Bound Hanako-kun will win. Um, yeah, not. I think it should win, but I do think Tower of God is going to win. But if I had to pick one, I'd pick Toilet Bound Hanako-kun. Best fight scenes. So this we're gonna watch the video. We're gonna turn the sound off just in case. So yeah, we got a lot of fight scenes. First up, we got Deku versus Overhaul. Honestly, the highlight of this fight was Mirio versus Overhaul. Oh, Akudama Drive, not a great show. I made a video about it if you want to check that out. But it did had some stellar animation. Honestly, I don't know why they picked Gojo versus Sukuna. Honestly, it was one of the more lackluster fights in the season, and it only lasted about 10 seconds. The fight in between Gojo and the dude with the volcano in his head was definitely the superior fight. How he was like, yeah, you can't touch me because there's infinity in between you and me. Bruh, that was awesome. And I also would have put fights in between with from Misfits of Demon King Academy. This is actually the category I feel like it could have won. Sword Art Online, I just feel like, oh wait, no, never mind. I am blind. Yeah, God of High School had good animation, but I don't think anyone really cared. It had the same problem that Akudama Drive had. Basically, Akudama Drive and God of High School both introduced an absolute ton of characters right at the beginning and put them into fights without anyone caring about what happened to each individual character. You don't care about a character you're just thrown into. Like, you can't develop a character for about 30 seconds and expect the audience to care whether they win or lose something. Like, you can develop it as it goes, but it takes the interest from the beginning and the weight of the fights in the beginning, and it basically turns into utter garbage. But in this, I would definitely, like, it's not a weird pick, but I'd give it to Brawler versus Master. It is a pretty awesome fight. With weight and physics. It feels good, but I feel like Jujutsu Kaisen's gonna win. There's 2 fights from God of High School? I feel like I just noticed that. Wow. Impressive. I don't think it deserves it, but impressive. Best drama. I wouldn't call Somali and the Forest Spirit a drama. Um, yeah, I would definitely give it to a Great Pretender. My friend says Sing Yesterday for me is good, but Great Pretender was amazing. Best comedy. For me, none of these shows here even come close to Sleepy Princess and the Demon Castle. What an absolute banger. I hope it gets a second season real soon. Misfits of Demon King Academy. Next Life is Villainous. I don't feel like they deserve to be here because I wouldn't exactly call them comedy. However, there wasn't a lot of comedy anime in 2020. So, yeah. Next, we move on to Best Score. For Best Score, there is Tower of God, The Great Pretender, Beastars, Keep Your Hands Off the Izuken, God of High School, and Japan Sinks 2020. I know nothing about Japan Sinks, just that it came out on Netflix, and Netflix's animes are typically hit or misses. But again, I feel like this has got to go to The Great Pretender. What an amazing OST. Will this give me a little bit without getting copyright stricken? Let's see. Why isn't the sound being captured? 1 second. Properties. Okay. Now it should work. Glad I noticed that.
Please welcome your nominees for the following category. Best Score.
Yeah, I'm getting copyright stricken. Alright, I'm probably going to continue talking over this. Maybe the algorithm won't sense it. Yeah, I need to watch that. This OST is kind of a banger.
とにかく進むだけだ。
Start voting now at crunchyroll.com/anime award.
Yeah, for me, it's gotta go to a Great Pretender. Yeah, yeah. Best couple. Yeah, I would definitely vote for Inspector. They have such a cute dynamic, such a love-hate relationship. It's really funny. It's always a joy to watch the relationship in Inspector. Um, the will they won't they in Kaguya gets very old. Um, Legoshi and Haru, it's interesting, but at the same time, something a little bit more cute and wholesome kind of gets me more. Katarina Klaus and Maria Campbell. Eh, eh, no, not a lot of chemistry there. I hear Over from Moon for You is amazing, but I haven't watched it yet. And I dropped Rent a Girlfriend after one episode. So yeah, it's definitely got to go to Inspector for me. Best Fantasy. Yeah, it's ReZero. I don't even need to look at these other shows. I will. Ascendance of Bookworm Part 2 was good. I highly enjoyed it. Um, it was pretty. I love that show. It's pretty good. But comparing it to ReZero Season 2, yeah, no. No, it eclipses everything else on this list. Decadence was only eh. I'm not even sure if it wasn't a fantasy, it was a sci-fi. It's kind of ridiculous for it to be on this list. Uh Dorohedoro. I guess people liked it. I found the plot a little messy. Um haven't seen Quest. So yeah, it's ReZero season 2 for me. 100%. Anyway, that's all that we have for today. If you all enjoyed it, check out the other videos on my channel and subscribe for more content like this. um, if y'all want to see more videos like this, there's another one on my channel talking about which ones I think will be the actual predictions for the Crunchyroll Awards. If y'all have different opinions, leave in the comments below. If you like the video, leave a like, and we'll see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye. I did not end the recording. Big smart. Bye-bye.